Hey, what's going on? This is Jason Snyder coming in, the nichepreneur, here today to talk about just the power within. The power within us all, the power within you. We all have this power within us that it's untapped. We don't necessarily know it's there. We don't even try to find this power because we're so convoluted for what's going on around us in our life. We're so worried about having to pay bills or whatever our struggle is at the time. We're always having something to deal with. We always have these problems that hold us back. We all have these problems. We all have these struggles. We all have these I want to say, what it's doing, it basically is holding us back. There's always something that's holding us back from being who we're obviously meant to be in this lifetime. We're so caught up with what's not real, what's really not apparent to us. But what's real is that we are energy. We are energy creatures. We are the creators of our own life and personality and our own reality. Our thoughts, our things, and the things that we think play a large part in who we can become, or who we're meant to become. But see, society holds us back, always holding us back from what we can be. And I was trapped in this, what I want to call the matrix. I don't want to call it the matrix, but I'm gonna call it the matrix of waking up and going to work every day at 2 o'clock in the morning and putting forth 110% effort every day towards something that wasn't even mine. It wasn't mine. It had nothing to do with me or who I was as a person, but I was so identified by who that person was at that time. Who am I? Oh, I'm just this guy that works at this company. I worked there for 20 years. Didn't had to beg for time off, and then when they wanted me to take time off, they'd give me time off. But the time that I wanted to take off, they would not let me take time off. Had to beg for anything. Getting ran over by politics in the office place, getting just beat down and slapped down by life, by society, by anything like that. But you know what? I had this voice inside me that when I was laid off, right? After 20 years laid off, right? After 20 years being laid off, I had this voice inside of me that said it's gonna be all right. And for the first time, I listened to this inner voice inside me, and for the first time, I found something unreal. I found this inner peace, this harmony with myself. I found something that's just so much more than just me as a person. I have found something that's great, and then with that, I started to dream again. I thought about Dr. King and his dream, and how when I was a kid, and how I wanted to aspire to be like Dr. King, how I had dreams, how I had thoughts, how I had desires, how much faith I had in myself that I had lost because I've been beaten up so much by life. But I had a dream, and I found that dream. I found my goals. I found the person who I wanted to be. I found who I really am as a person. I found my inner voice. I found my inner self. What I found was my inner power. And what I want to do is I want to help. My message is to help everyone find that inner power, that inner voice, so they can do what they desire, so they can do what they want to do in life. They can have this faith. They can have what they desire out of life. They can dream again. You can be who you really are and who you want to be, and say that it's all right. I'm here to say, yes, you can live life on your terms. Yes, you can live life the way that you see it. Yes, you can be who you really want to be. Yes, you can do whatever it is you want to do. See, this society that we're living in, we're always told what we can't do or what we shouldn't do. And pretty much we as humans are in this being of this existence that we live in. The only thing that we can't do is we can't fly, right? Per se, we can't fly. But see, we always come to this point in our life when we're looking at the edge, and we're so afraid to jump. We're so afraid to jump off the ledge. We're so afraid to be who we really are. We're so afraid because we have this ego that covers up who we really are as a person. We have this ego that hides us, this mask of who we really of who we're hiding ourselves from. We have this mask of who we're not. We have this ego that holds us back. The struggle that we're going through now, the struggle that you're going through right now, everyone is going through the struggle. And we all have these problems, and we all have different kind of just feelings and being of who we really are and who we really want to be. I desire, right? I desire something more in life, and it's not necessarily money or anything like that, but it's to be me and to do what I want to do, what I want to do within the confines of the universal law and the confines of my creator, right? Of my gods, right? So it's being me in the context of who who I was put on this earth to be, and it's to inspire others. It's to help others see what's not seen. It's to help others live life according to their terms. It's to say, yes, you can live life on your terms. Yes, you can be who you want to be. Yes, you can dream again. Yes, you can have what you desire. It's very easy to do and be what you are. You just start to do it. You just start to be it. And you start to live it. And in this context of what they have us trapped in is not being what we can be. Our potential is so much higher if we tap into our potential, and it's being uncomfortable. It's being uncomfortable with doing something different. It's being uncomfortable with the person you are now versus the person that you can be. I was so trapped up in my ego and the person that I was that I would go to work and I would come home and I'd drink a beer and I'd watch sports and I would do all these things, and I still do watch sports, but it kept me away from, say, reading a book. It kept me away from finding myself. It kept me away from learning something new. If we're not learning, we're not growing. If we're not growing, we're dying. And there's no reason for us to die because we're meant to grow. In the universal laws, everything, if there's a tree grows as tall as it can, a acorn becomes a tree and it grows as tall as it can. A squirrel does what a squirrel does because it's meant to do that. But us as humans, we're lost as far as what we're meant to do, what we're meant to be. We're trapped in this world of, oh no, it's because we have a choice. Every day you wake up in the morning, you have a choice of being totally awesome and positive and making the day your best day, or you just go along with the day and just follow the masses and do what everyone else does. I like to always bring up the story of Madagascar when I think it was Chris Rock when he was the zebra and he puts the line. He's like, and he's telling the line, come on over to the fun side, right? And the fun side is kind of uncomfortable for a minute, and it's not being, it's not per se you things that you haven't done before. So it's like if you're working out and you haven't worked out for a long time and you say you go running and the next day you're sore because you haven't used those muscles in a long time. It's the same thing with stretching yourself out and doing something different. You're going to experience some pain for a little while until you get used to it, right? I was so afraid to shoot these videos because, oh, what am I look like this? Or it could be I could make up any excuses not to do these videos, but I want to do them because I want to put value out to the world. I want to give back what was given to me, on this path of the journey of life that I'm living in right now. It's just so great to be able to give, to be a servant, and to give back for what was given to me. It was like when everything came falling down, my dream was lost. And it's like, what do I do now? Where do I go? Where do I turn? But then a voice inside of me told me it's going to be all right. And I followed the rose petals and it led me down this path to just true freedom. And I want everyone to have freedom. I want everyone to be able to have this freedom from worry, freedom from fear. Because fear isn't real. Fear is false evidence appearing real. It's not existent. It's made up of a thought in your mind that triggers an emotion, and that emotion is fear. But you can live without fear. It's very easy. It's just whenever you get a thought that doesn't resonate with you, you just slap that thought away and you live outside of fear. Then you start to do something that's a little bit uncomfortable, and then you start to do something that's different than what you did yesterday. You really pick up that book and you start to read it. You really dive into something that you wanted to learn, and you learn it. If you want to learn Spanish, you learn Spanish. If it's French, you learn French. Whatever it is you want to do, But I was put forth with this dream, right? This dream of helping 100 people, 100 families find freedom in their life. right? To build a following of people who want to have freedom and do whatever it is they want to do, how they see fit, whatever they see fit. They can do as they please. They can do and be whatever it is they want to be, you know. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you can just hit the subscribe button and get more videos like this, because I want to help people become free. That's why I'm here. I want to take 100 families, 100 people, and have them find freedom so they can do what they want, be who they want, have what they want at any time. You know, in this political system that we're living in right now, there's so much scarcity, and it shouldn't be. We shouldn't come from scarcity, because we come from abundance. There's so much around us to be happy and grateful for, you know. But we're given that choice of to not do something or to do something, and it's so much easier not to do something, so not to become successful, because we have the choice not to become successful and just show up to work and get a paycheck. What's fulfilling about that? Of course, the money is fulfilling, right? But what are you doing with the money, right? What are you doing with it? It's just going to go in and out at the same time and not be, and leave you with nothing in the first place. So what are you really spending your time on? Imagine if you had time to go to the beach every day. Imagine if you had time to pick up your kids every day. Imagine if you had time to pick up a new skill, pick up a new hobby. If you had just wanted to pick up and travel, imagine if you could do that. Imagine yourself just sitting on the beaches of the world, right? Digging your toes in the sand and just feeling the ocean breeze across your face and hearing the waves crash up against the shore. Imagine you can live that life, right? Imagine you're able to homeschool your kids if you want to, right? To teach them right? Imagine if you can pick up your kids from school every day and not have to send them to daycare after go to work, right? Imagine if you can do that, right? And that's what I want to provide. I want to provide the opportunity to do that. I want to provide the opportunity for people to live and enjoy life and not be and not be a product of life, but to live life, right? There's a big difference there, right? You can be a product of life or you can live life. Let's live again. Yes, you can live again. Yes, you can live again. Yes, you can find freedom. Yes, you can do what you desire. You know, it just takes a little commitment on your part to do the simple things to provide that freedom for you. Very simple. It's finding yourself again. It's tapping into your inner power. It's finding out who you really are as a person. It's stretching the limits of yourself a little bit, right? And it's being a little bit uncomfortable. It's being living outside of your comfort zone and doing something that's different. You know, the law of attraction and how it works is if you have a desire and you put out a rocket of desire and you keep yourself, say, in the vortex, and you keep yourself aimed at that goal, right? You aim yourself towards that vision, and you keep on working towards that. It may not happen today, it may not happen tomorrow, but it'll happen. But you have to work towards that. So you're given that dream for a reason. You're given that desire for a reason. You're given that thought for a reason. You're on this webinar today for a reason, because you desire something more out of life than what life is giving you right now, right? You know, we don't need the government to write our checks for us. We don't need a company to write our checks for us. We need to build our own economy. We need to lock arms together, join hands together, and create something together. We all have God-given skills to use as one together to create the perfect team, to lock arms together, to travel that mountain together, to let freedom reign together. Atop the hilltops of California, let freedom reign through the valleys of Mississippi. Let freedom reign all over us, of raindrops of just pure pleasure, if we so choose to. It's always a decision, you know, that we have to make every day. And I remember when I was posting this decision, you know, when I was sitting across the computer and I was watching this same type webinar, and I was like, oh man, what am I gonna do? What decision am I going to make? Where am I going to come from? Where am I going to come from? And as I was sitting there looking at the button, I just I watched the video, and I made that decision, and I did something different, and I was able to find something because I live with faith. You know, faith that pushed me forward. Faith knowing that I'm gonna take this to the top. Faith in knowing I'm gonna take 100 people with me. We're gonna lock arms and we're gonna change the world together. Faith in knowing that I can help 100 people find their inner power. Faith in knowing that there's something within all of us that's more than anything or anybody else can imagine. Faith in knowing that true freedom can be held because it's meant for us to happen. It's our divine right to have freedom. It's our divine right to live as one in harmony and in peace. Life is all about having peace and harmony. Life is about being who you want to be, when you want to be, and how you want to be. Life's about being. It's about being happy. It's about loving your neighbor like your brother. It's about being in harmony with yourself. And it's not nothing about being selfish. It's just being in harmony with yourself. It's a great feeling. I love that feeling. I love this feeling of harmony. I love this feeling of just being able to provide every day. I love this feeling. You know, eventually I want to travel across the world and see things I have never seen before. And I want that same freedom for you. There's a link in the bio. Click the link below. It'll take you to 2 series of videos, right? And in that second video, there's a freedom formula. There's a simple 3-step formula to finding freedom, and locking arms with me, joining hands so that we can create something great together. I want to do this for 100 people. I want to provide 100 people freedom from whatever it is that they have going on in their life, because we all have struggles, we all have problems, we all have issues, and I've dealt with plenty of them myself, right? But it took me losing to start winning. It took me stripping up my ego and finding myself to find freedom. And I want to help you find freedom. I want to help you have whatever it is that you want to have. Harmony, peace, love, joy, light and love, one joy. I love you. I believe 110% inside of you. I believe in you. I believe that you can do whatever it is you want to do. I believe that you have the personal power to become who you want to be. I believe you have the personal power within you to do what it is you want to do. I believe you have the personal power within inside you to find freedom. I believe you have the personal power within inside you to live the life that you see as you see fit. I believe you have the personal power inside you to do the things that you want to do in this life and to get more out of life, to really live life. And I'm here to tell you, yes, you can. I'm Jason Snyder, the Nitrepreneur. You can see me at www.nitrepreneur.info, or you can click the link below in the bio, and it'll take you through a series of videos. Let's lock arms together. Let's do something great. Jason Snyder, I'm out. Bye-bye.